All right, hello everyone. Welcome in. Welcome into our live today. What do you guys think we're doing today? Got a few glitters here that we're going to be working with. We'll give everybody a little bit of a chance to jump in here so they don't miss any of the good stuff. But just to kind of show you what we're going to be working with here today, we have got all kinds of fun shiny things. Top Nail, hello, how are you? Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Thank you for joining. Let me make sure my camera's where it should be here. All right. Welcome, welcome everybody. Looks like we've got a lot of people joining us today. Guys, this is awesome. So we are gonna do Friday Fun Day with glitter. Sound like a good plan, everybody? Let's see, who do we have here? Nora, hello to you. Goddess, hello, hello all. La Vida, hello, nice to see you here today. Welcome everybody. Yes, you guys, if you haven't noticed, we've got a few glitters that we're gonna be playing around with today. Today's stream is really gonna be all about glitter. It's gonna be how to use these glitters, how to mix these glitters, how to have fun with them. So we are gonna do all kinds of beautiful mixing and working with our glitter here. So let's see, who else is with us? Carla, hello. AKL 1021, hello. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Adet Perez, hello to you. Let's see. Oh, Jillian Banks, question right off the bat. I was wondering if it's okay to use any color on redhead skin tone, like blue, green, neons. Does skin tone matter when picking a color? That is a great question. Skin tone can affect how the color looks on your nails or on their skin tone. So kind of depending on if they're a little bit more on the warmer tones, go with some warmer tone colors. If they are on the cooler tones, go cooler tones. So if you have a client who has a little bit more cooler tones, I would say like with acrylic, you could use the Cover Pink is more of a cooler tone, whereas the Cover Peach is going to be more of a warmer tone. So you do kind of want to keep those things in mind. So yes, I would definitely consider tones when you are applying colors. All right, you guys, yes, we have a glitter explosion today. So I have all of the colors. You guys, if you haven't heard yet, we have a sale starting on Sunday. And all of these colors that I have here are together in a bundle. So we've got a great bundle deal. So if you're just starting out and you're trying to add some glitters to your collection, or maybe if you're just kind of restocking, all of these colors that I'm using today are in a bundle for you to purchase, nice and easy. So let's start just kind of figuring out what to do with glitter, because I know I get a lot of questions on how to mix colors, what to mix, where do I mix, what do I do with it after I mix, and all kinds of different things. So let's start with, are you guys gel users or acrylic users? Let me know in the chat. Who's a gel user? Who's an acrylic user? I want to know kind of where we're at here. Let's see, let me know in the chat. Acrylic, gel, what do you guys like to use? Let me know. Because I'm going to show both, but I just kind of want to kind of have an idea on where we're at, who's acrylic user. Let's see, acrylic, both, gel. Ooh, lots of gels. I'm liking this. This is kind of exciting because I think a lot of times people are afraid of gel. So I love to see all these gel users. Okay. All right, you guys, looks like a lot of gel users, a lot of acrylic users, a lot of both. So let's start with gel then, okay? So let's talk about how to mix gel. Now, a couple of things that you're gonna need. So first thing I would recommend getting is a ceramic tile. You guys, this is nothing fancy. It's just a ceramic tile from the hardware store, home improvement store. Like I said, nothing fancy. Otherwise, if you do have our little mixing tile, we used to carry this. It was kind of a temporary in and out product, but if you have this, this is going to be a great tool for you as well. Either one is going to work just fine. Other thing that you're going to need for mixing gels is a painting spatula, painting knife, whatever you want to call it. Again, you guys, this is something that you can get really easy at your local craft store, something like that. So this is going to be for mixing your gels. This is going to be for mixing your gels. So let's mix some gels. So when I'm mixing my glitters with my gel, I like to use the clear Sculptor in the precision tube. I feel like it's a good consistency, and if I add glitter to it, it's not going to get too thick. Now, if you feel like you need something a little bit thinner, you could use the Build or the Build Pink. Those are going to be a little bit thinner. You know what, let me grab those just so you guys can see a little bit of the difference in consistency. So Build Pink, I think I grabbed the Build Pink here, yep. So Build Pink, oh, don't be scared of gel. Ada, don't be scared of gel. Start working with it. Just start to play around with it. It's really easy to use, and if you're working with the precision tubes, I feel like these are really great for beginners. So any beginners, if you're scared of gel, definitely try the precision tubes. It's going to make things easier, okay? All right, do you see how I put a little bit of that Build Pink on the tile here? Do you see how that's running quite a bit? That is definitely a little bit more self-leveling than what our clear Sculptor in the tube is. So let me put a little bit of that on there, and you'll kind of be able to tell that clear Sculptor, yeah, it's going to start to move a little bit, but our Build Pink is definitely going to move a lot faster, so it is a lot thinner. So when you're mixing glitters into your gels, you want to make sure that you're using something that's going to not be too thick, where it's going to get really thick and chunky when you add your glitters, but not so thin that it's going to just kind of run and flow everywhere. So the Build Pink or the clear Sculptor are definitely good colors to use. Okay, so when we're mixing, you know what, we're gonna mix in our clear Sculptor for now. So I'm gonna, you know what, actually, let's do this, you guys. We're not gonna be afraid. We're gonna take that Build Pink, we're gonna take that clear Sculptor, and we're just gonna combine the two. That's gonna give us a little bit thinner than the clear Sculptor, but a little bit thicker than the Build Pink. So when I start mixing my glitters into my gel, I usually start with a finer glitter. Now let me take a look here and see what I've got. I've got a bunch of different things. So let me start by just showing you some of the glitters. So a lot of times we have the finer glitters. So this one is, let me see if I can do this without spilling. This is one of our kind of our old school glitters. This has been around for a long time. This one is Diamond Dust. This is actually one of my favorites because this color you can mix in with anything, okay? Any of your glitters you can mix this in. It's gonna just give it a little bit more sparkle, a little bit more pop. I don't know if you can really see that on camera. Oh, there we go. But it has a lot of holographic different colors to it. So that's why it's gonna really mix in with a lot of different colors. So that's a great one to kind of have on hand. This is actually one that I go through a lot of. So that's one of my favorites. So I'm actually gonna save that one for a little bit later. But then we also do have other of those finer glitters. Now this one is Incredible Green. This is another one of our long time glitters that we've had around for a while. So this one is a nice green, but it is a fine glitter. So you can really kind of see just a really fine glitter, almost a dust. Okay, so kind of keep in mind that there are different textures to glitter. And Miss Cheryl's Place, this is the glitter collection that is on sale this weekend. So all of these colors are coming together in a bundle, easy to purchase, easy to stock up on. So yes, our sale starts on Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So 9 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Mountain time, 11 o'clock Central time, and 12 noon Eastern time. Eastern, not Easter time. I hope I did that right. Okay, so let's get back to our glitters. So we had those finer glitters. Then we also have, let's see, we have some chunkier glitters. We got some chunkiers, and then we have Mylars. Let's talk about the chunkier ones first. So we have some chunkier ones. So these are a little bit bigger consistency, or a little bit bigger texture to them. So you can kind of see. Now these are gonna just add kind of highlights to your glitters. They're gonna give just different dimension to your glitters. So add those in as well. Now, we are making a glitter mess already, and I love it. When I start mixing glitters, let's start with we'll do a green mix here to start with. I always like to start with the finer glitters because that's what's gonna give me my color. So that's gonna start, let me come in a little bit more, a little bit closer for you guys to see here. There we go. So I start with my finer glitters so that's gonna give me my base color. So whatever color you want your glitter mixture, kind of that base color to be, that's where you're gonna start. So your finer glitters here. Jazz is asking, can you use that for encapsulation? Yes, all of these glitters that we're using, we're gonna be able to use these to encapsulate with, okay? Okay, so then we have our chunkier ones. So this one is, what is this one called? This was 24 Hour Zen, because who doesn't need a 24-hour Zen? So again, this is the chunkier one. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that into my mixture. Now you kind of notice that it does look green in here, but you also want to keep in mind that glow. So you see the color that it glows when it hits the light? So I see a little bit more of kind of a gold, and then I actually see a little bit of a pinkish tint to it too. So you kind of want to keep those in mind when you are mixing your glitters. You're going to see all of those different things, okay? All right, so then we also have the Mylars. The Mylars are more of kind of shredded glitter. That's kind of how I think about Mylars. So you can kind of see, so Mylar, again, it's just kind of shredded pieces. There's not anything that, you're not ever going to get two glitters or two Mylars that are the same exact shape and size. So those are going to, again, just add a little bit more texture, a little bit more dimension. Let's go ahead and add that into our mix as well. And maybe just a little bit more. All right. So those are kind of some of the basic shapes and sizes. So again, we've got our finer glitters, we have our chunkier glitters, and then we have our Mylars. So mixing all of these together is really going to give you all kinds of different dimension to your nail. Now when I mix, I added a lot of glitter here, so I know I'm going to need a little bit more of my gel. I'm just going to add a little bit more of that Build Pink on there, just to give it a little bit more on there. Okay. I'm going to get my glitter up on top of that, and then I'm just going to start to press that glitter into the gel. So just kind of press it down in, and then I'm just going to start to smooth that all together. Now what I want to be careful of is I don't want to just kind of bounce like this, because what that's going to do is that's going to actually put in air bubbles. So what we want to do more of is just kind of smearing that all around. Oh my gosh, you guys, this would have been a perfect mix for St. Patty's Day. What do you guys think? Good for St. Patty's Day? Would you wear this one? Let me know. Would you wear that glitter mix, or do I need to add something else to it? Let me know. What do I need to add? I want to hear you guys. This is an audience participation day today. So you guys, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if I should add other colors, if I should add something else. What do you think? Oh, J-Red, the bigger pieces and Mylars give best definition. Absolutely. Yes, they really do. It really gives, you know, that depth to that nail and absolutely accents it. Okay, you guys, I want you to see something here. So if I show you that from the side view, ooh, Miss Cheryl's Place, major raindrops. Maybe we'll get to that. But yeah, if I show you this from the side view, do you see how it looks kind of chunky? It's not really self-leveling very much. It's just kind of staying in that big lump, okay? To me, that means that that product is going to be too thick and it's not going to spread onto my nail very well. So I want to add some gel to that to kind of thin it out. So again, I'm going to add some of our Build Pink to that, because Build Pink is a little bit thinner and a little bit more self-leveling. Let's see, Brenda Jones, not all green. Add some turquoise. Ooh, I like how you think. You guys, sometimes I get so focused on the color that I want it to be, I tend to forget about some accent colors. So let's grab, let's see, that was the one that we had. Let's add some turquoise. Great call, great call. So this one is called Bad Television. You guys, I think this may have actually been discontinued. So if you guys do get the bundle, you're gonna get a discontinued product. So it's your last chance to get it. No threats or anything, just letting you know. Okay, so we're gonna sprinkle that in there as well. And let's take a look and see where we're at. Ooh, Jessica, a little bit more gold. A little more gold. Where do we have gold? How about maybe some of Hot Beekeeper? That's gonna add just kind of a little bit of that. Whoa, maybe a lot of Hot Beekeeper. All right, let's go ahead and mix this together, see what comes up. And you guys, this is the fun part about doing nails, is just getting creative and seeing what you're gonna mix and what's gonna come together. And you know, I always say, if you're intimidated, if you're not sure how to mix or what to mix, just mix, okay? In my 24, almost 25 years of doing nails, I don't even remember where I'm at, maybe 24. there has only been one time that I've ever mixed a color that I really didn't like. And now that I actually kind of know how to mix glitter, I probably should have just kept adding. Because you guys, if you have a color that you're just like, oh, I don't really love that, it's not quite right, add something else to it. Add something to brighten it, add something to change the color, change the dimension, add chunks to it. Whatever you want to do, just add to it. And I guarantee you it's going to come out pretty in the end. Okay, so don't be afraid to mix glitter. I know that when I started doing nails, I was so afraid I was going to screw it up. And really, you can't screw it up, okay? Just play around, see what happens, see what you like, see what's happening with your glitters and with your gel, okay? All right, you guys, I think I am really kind of liking that. I think my consistency is a little bit better. It's kind of feeling like it's flowing a little bit more. I think we are good. All right, what do you guys think? Are we good, or did we need to add something else to it? I know you guys are all probably going to be like, oh, add something else. And if you say add something else, you got to tell me what you want me to add to it. Let me know. All right. Oh, Sam Cooper, you're welcome. I'm so happy that everybody's here. And you guys, we are a very welcoming community. We love to have nail techs, nail enthusiasts, anybody that just wants to learn about nails. You are welcome here in our community. So thank you for joining us. Nora, it's a Christmas tree vibe. You know what? It really kind of is. I kind of like that. So maybe we'll save this one for Christmas, which actually brings up a good point. So if you mix this, you mix up your glitter, it's all ready to go, you use it on your client, but then you have some left over, what do you do with it? Let me show you. We have white mixing jars. Now we have clear mixing jars. Let me show you these two. Hang on one second here. So we have, let me bring it out a little bit. We have clear mixing jars and we have white mixing jars. Now these are a 1 ounce jar. We also have the, I believe, the 1/4 ounce mixing jars in clear as well, but we have a white mixing jar. When you're mixing acrylic, you can use that clear jar, but if you're mixing your gels, you want to make sure that you're using the white jars. So that way, if there's maybe your UV light is around here, maybe you're in a sunny room, that gel's not going to cure in here because light is not going to be able to get through this. So make sure when you're storing your gels, store them in the white jars, not the clear jars. Okay. Ooh, top nail, add some diamond dust. You know what? You are right on that. Like I was telling you guys before, diamond dust is my favorite, or I guess one of my favorites. I can't say it's my favorite, but diamond dust just gives that little bit of extra sparkle, all kinds of different colors in there. So yes, I actually do add this to a lot of my glitter mixes. So let's add that in, a little bit more in there. And you guys, yes, thank you for your input. I love to hear what you guys think. I love to hear suggestions. I am open to suggestions. And you guys, again, this is something that you and your clients are going to be doing together. You know, you may say, ooh, let's try this color, or do you think you would like this color added in? And you can always add it in, okay? Now, something that I do like to do is maybe I'm mixing and I have a color that I think, ooh, you know what? I really like this. I like how this is looking. But what if we add something else to it? A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a tiny little bit, set that over on the side of my mixing tile here, and then I'll grab, say I want to grab, oh, let's see, let's add some, how about, should we add, what is this one? This one is Bounce House. Should we add some Bounce House, or should we add Glowworm? What do you guys think? Bounce House or Glowworm? Now I know that that kind of bluish purple color seems a little bit odd. I feel like, you know, the yellow might go a little bit kind of more with this, but this one may accent it a little bit more. So you let me know, what would you add? Would you add the Bounce House, which is the bluish purple, or would you add Glowworm, which is the yellow? See, Glowworm, Bounce House, Bounce House. What else, you guys? Bounce House, Glow, Bounce House. Oh, a lot of Bounce House. Okay, well, let's add Bounce House then. So again, I put a little tiny bit over on the side here so I can kind of just see what it's going to look like. Now, Bounce House, this is a different shape. This one is what we like to call slithers. So if you can't kind of see those, they're little tiny rectangular pieces. So let's add a little bit of that in there. See how that's going to turn out. Yeah, I think that'll be enough. All right, so let me close this up. You guys, if you've watched any of my live streams or anything, you know that I always try to close things up as I work. I tend to knock things over. I tend to spill things a little bit. You may have seen a little bit of glitter all over the place here. So I do spill things. So I always try to close things up as I'm working to make sure that I don't spill or anything like that. All right, let's add that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I didn't know, or I didn't really think that I would like that glow in there, but oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. You love it? What do you think? You love it? Give me some hearts in the chat if you love it. I think I'm really liking that. So let's go ahead and add that to the rest of our glitter here. And we will add a little bit more of Bounce House to the rest of that. Miss Cheryl's Place, wedding rumors. Let's see, do I have wedding? I do have wedding rumors in this collection. So you know what? Let's add some Bounce House. And let's add some wedding rumors. Wedding rumors is a really pretty, kind of a chunky mylar again. And again, it has really pretty, kind of a, I don't even want to say orangey, rose goldy, coppery, just a really pretty gold. Really, you guys, I can't even talk now. Really pretty glow. There we go. Let's add that in. And I think I'm going to have to add a little, just a bit. Yep, just a bit. Just a bit. There we go. Ooh, mermaid vibe. Amari, no, don't put this on pancakes. But pancakes sound really good right now. Don't eat your glitters, you guys. That's not healthy. All right, let's mix that in. And yes, I'm definitely going to need some more of my build. Actually, my build pink. Sorry, guys. Don't want to confuse you. All right, so a little bit more of that build pink. We got the wedding rumors in there. We got the Bounce House in there. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Love it, love it, love it. Now, let's think back to when we started this glitter mix here. What did we start with? We started with this color. This one is, what was this one? Incredible Green. So this is what we started with, and this is where we're at right now. So somebody said mermaid look. Yes, that's exactly, I feel like where we're at right now is a mermaid look. And Angelina, these glitters are all together in a bundle starting on Sunday. Our sale starts Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So you can get this whole bundle of glitters all together and you can custom mix your own glitter just like this. Okay. Oh, Jillian, what do you do if you end up with a lot of leftover gel glitter mix? Well, I'm glad you asked. We just talked about this, but we do have our white mixing jars. So you can take your mixing jar, scoop up any extra, and just pop it right into that jar. And these jars, I believe these are a 1/4 ounce jar, so they do hold a good amount of product. So I'm just going to scrape everything off of my tile here. And I'm going to put that into my mixing jar, and I can now save this for either that client when she comes back and we do a fill on her, or I can use it on another client. I can use it on myself. So you guys, sometimes I do my clients' nails and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to have that on my nail. And sometimes that's where I get my own inspiration from. So cap that off, and then you can save that on your shelf, on your drawers, wherever you want to store that. You can save that for your next client or your next application. Okay. All right, so that was gel. Now, just really quickly, I'm going to clean this up just so you guys can see exactly how to clean all of this stuff up, because I think that's kind of important in this process as well. So usually what I do is I'll take a little bit of our onto the next polish remover and just pump that onto a lint-free wipe and just wipe off that extra glitter, and it cleans up really quick and easy. Same thing with our mixing tile. Just take a little pump of that onto the next polish remover and wipe off any last little bits of gel or any of that glitter that still may be stuck on it. Okay, and then your mixing tile is ready to go again. Let's see, Julie McGee, can you show with the orange, please? You know what? Since you requested the orange, let's talk about mixing acrylics now. Okay, so let me grab that orange. So this one is Whodunnit. Okay, this one is a mylar. So that's a little bit more on the chunkier side. Oh, Pondered Infinity, you're a new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing. You guys, if you haven't joined us already, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we love if you do. This way we can get more information, more education, and more glitter out into the world. So you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We'll be forever grateful to you. So, all right, let's see. So we are going to be mixing in our clear mixing jars. Now again, this is a 1 ounce jar. So it's going to hold a lot of acrylic. It's going to hold a lot of glitter. Now I could use, well, I'm going to use my Speed Clear, but I have this small jar is usually what I have at my station. I'm pretty sure this jar is going to pretty much fill up this jar, and I'm not going to have a whole lot left over. I'm going to show you guys the extra large size of Speed Clear. Let me see if I can even get this into camera here. Let's see. So this is our big papa of Speed Clear. So if you are a salon owner and you need to buy in super bulk, we do have super bulk for you. But you guys, if you are mixing your glitters and you're doing a lot of custom mixes, I do highly recommend buying in bulk. Now maybe you don't need the, what is this one? This one is 2,268 grams. Maybe you don't need that one quite that big, but we do also have larger sizes of the Speed Clear. So if you're mixing, I do recommend buying in bulk because you're going to use a good amount of your acrylic powder when you're mixing. Okay, so let's mix. We'll take some of our Speed Clear, and I usually like to use the Speed Clear as kind of my base because it's going to give me, you know, that clear that I can mix my glitters into, and it's not going to change the color. So I'm going to add about 2/3, let me see, about 2/3 of our container with clear, and then we're going to fill the rest up with glitter. So we're going to have, let me grab my cap here. We're going to have a 3-to-1 ratio, okay? So 3 parts acrylic to 1 part glitter. And that's going to give us the proper consistency so we have enough acrylic to hold our product together, but then we also have enough room in there for the glitter, okay? So let's see, what do you guys want? We're going to work with the orange, so we're going to have some of that in there. What other color should I add in, you guys? What do you think? Should we do some yellows, some greens, some teals, some oranges, some blues? What do we think? Any thoughts? Anybody have any suggestions as to where we should start? Or maybe we just start with the orange and then see where we go. You guys, audience participation here. I want to hear what you're thinking. Ooh, orange and blue, yellow, okay. Black, I don't have a black on hand right now as part of this kit, but maybe we can add, you know what? I'm liking the yellows and I'm liking the major raindrops. So maybe let's kind of go with some of these here, and then maybe we'll add in some of those blues for an accent. We'll see how it turns out, okay? Orange and purple, okay. I like you guys. You guys are creative. You guys, I'm loving this here. So I'm going to fill the jar pretty much, kind of not quite to the top, but to about the second line here with glitter. And then we're going to mix it up and see where we're at here. All right, so we got our orange, and again, this one was Whodunnit. Let's add in a little bit of glowworm. Since we didn't use glowworm on the last one, let's use the glowworm on this one. Add that in. Ooh, a little pink in there? That might be kind of pretty. Again, I don't have a pink in this collection here right now, but let's see what we can do with the, let's see, this one is Hot Beekeeper. I don't know why, but I love the name of that. I just think it's cute. And then let's add, for maybe a little bit of that pink tint, the Major Raindrops. And you guys, Major Raindrops is one of my favorite glitters because it's got a lot of those different colors to it. So it's going to really go with any glitter mix that you create. Denise, you like that one? I love this one too. This is one of my favorites. Okay, so we've got our glitters in there, and we've got a little bit of space left at the top here. So I'm going to just cap that at this point, and then we're going to give it a shake to see kind of where we're at. See where all of that glitter mix it comes in, and then we'll kind of take a look and see what else do we want to add to it. All right. Oh my gosh, I can just tell already just from looking at it from the side here, that's going to be a fun mix. So let me kind of toss those back a little ways. Let's come in here with our table towel. Now, you guys, kind of a fun way to swatch out your nails. What I did is I just took our trainer hand and clipped off one of the nails a little bit shorter, put a little bead of our Speed Clear on there, and set down one of our full cover tips. So this is just a fun way to swatch out your nails, nice and quick and easy. So just one little trick here. All right, so let's see what, oh, you guys. So it does have all of that Speed Clear in there, so that's why it looks kind of more like a softer kind of a pastel kind of a look. But once we hit that with our monomer, you're gonna really see those colors pop back out. So I've got my acrylic monomer here. Let's see what it's gonna look like. Whoops. I think maybe we need just a little bit more acrylic powder in there, but let's take a look and see where we're at. So you guys, I always like to kind of check my glitter, check my consistencies, and just kind of see what I like. Do I like this color? Do I need to add anything else to it? Maybe let's just kind of blend that out a little bit and see what our color looks like. What do you guys think? Does it need more color? Do you like it how it is? What should we do? Should we add? Should we keep it how it is? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think. Confetti rainbow sherbet. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, it kind of does look like rainbow sherbet. I do like that. Let's see. It says more orange, needs blue. You know what? Okay, let's see. All right, you guys, it's not part of the kit, so, but I'm gonna veer away from the bundle deal here for just a second, and I'm gonna grab. All right, so again, you guys, this color is not part of the bundle here, so make sure that if you're getting the bundle that you know that this is not part of it, but we had a request for more orange, and this is a really pretty orange. I think this is going to give us a little bit more of a solid color, so let's go ahead and add some of that in here. And this, again, you guys, is why I leave a little bit of space at the top there, so we have more room to add more color if we need to add more color, okay? I'm going to set that one off to the side, and we've got some more people asking for blues. So let's do, where's our blues? We got our blues here. Got blue, kind of a teal blue. Let's see, what do we think? Do we want chunky or not so chunky? Any ideas? Chunky, okay, I see chunky blue. Okay, so we'll go with chunky blue here. Let's see here. All right, oops. It's not an oops. You guys, it's glitter. There's never an oops with glitter. All right, let's put our cap back on. We'll give that another shake. Oh, I see some people saying teal. All right, let me shake this up, and what the heck? Let's add teal. As long as we're mixing, let's have some fun. And again, you guys, remember, it's fun, it's not stressful. If mixing your glitters is causing you stress and anxiety, take a breath and just add something else sparkly. It is super fun. It's super easy. Let's see, Adriana, the blue. Okay, so I added in, what did I add? Learning Curve. Oh, you guys, I think this is maybe another one that may have been discontinued. So it might be a last chance to get it in the bundle here today. Or sorry, on Sunday. And then this one, again, I think is another one that is discontinued. This one is Bad Television. Okay, so those two, you guys, make sure if you like these colors, make sure to grab them on our sale on Sunday, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. All right, I think this is gonna be really pretty, and Barbie girl, no, you can never add too much glitter. Now, I say that kind of jokingly. If you add too much glitter and you don't have enough acrylic, it can feel a little bit on the chunky side, and you may not get a smooth application. So yes and no. I know, I always say you can never add too much glitter, but in the technical part of it, if you have too much glitter and not enough acrylic, it's not going to pick up as easily. So I hope that's a good answer. I know it's kind of a yes and no. Tracy always has her yes and no answers too. So it would lift, it's very possible. Yes, you guys, if you add too much glitter and not enough acrylic, it may not bond to that natural nail very well. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. And then also as you're working, I always like to put a little tiny thin layer of our clear acrylic down onto the nail before I add my glitters. So that way I know that I have that protective layer underneath. And then when I do file out and change my colors out, I know as soon as I get down to that layer of clear, I can stop filing and I'm not going to cause extra damage to the nail. All right, you guys. Whoops. Yep. So you see how it's kind of breaking like that? This does mean that I need a little bit more acrylic in there. So it's kind of chunky. It's not flowing very smoothly. So I'm going to add a little bit more of our Speed Clear. What would happen if you add too much powder stuff? If you add too much of the Speed Clear, of the acrylic powder, you're just going to thin out the look. It's not going to be a very bold color. But if you add too much of the glitter, just kind of like what happened just now, is that it was kind of chunky. It wasn't actually sticking to the nail. So kind of keep that in mind. So yes and no, you can add too much glitter. And so you want to make sure that you're getting that proper consistency. Okay, you guys, as I'm shaking here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're having fun with us today. If you're loving the glitter mixes, let us know. Send us some love in the chat here. All right, let's see. Jillian, why do the glitters get discontinued? You know what? I'm not exactly sure, but a lot of times we discontinue things to make room for new things. So it's just kind of there's always new products coming out. We always have new things that we want to give you, let you guys experiment, have lots of fun in the nail industry. So if we only kept those same colors all the time, you'd never have anything new. So we try to give you some new things. So a lot of times that's why things get discontinued, just to bring in some new things. Okay. All right. I think that turned out really, really pretty. Now I'm not making a perfect nail here. I'm just kind of showing you guys what our color combination came out like. And I think that was really pretty. Those of you that said to add blue, I wasn't quite sure about it, I'll be honest, but I think that added a really pretty, just kind of a different dimension and a different layer to our color. So you guys, you did good. You mixed a good color. See, you guys, it's not rocket science. Just keep adding color. See what you like. Okay. Oh, that's really pretty. Really, really pretty. All right, let's see. Just a Person, do you offer free classes like this often? Yes, we actually try to offer this Monday through Friday. And if you hit that subscribe button and set your notifications, that way you will get notified when we do our lives. So definitely join us every day. We love to have you here. All right, Pondered Infinity, maybe a little too chunky. It's possible because it wasn't going on super smooth, but I was able to work that into place. Now here's something to remember, that now again, I did this one really, really chunky. I did it a little bit thicker just so you could see all of the colors in there. But normally you are going to cap these with your Speed Clear. So what I mean by cap or encapsulate, it's kind of our technical term here. But let's go back to our glitter mix here. I'm gonna come into this nail. Now, normally you guys prep the nail like you normally would. I just have a practice nail on here just to kind of show you. But normally what you're gonna do, if you're applying your glitter mixes, you're gonna apply those a little bit on the thinner side. I'm just gonna get those in. Actually, you know what? Oops. See, I throw things. This is why I have to put caps on everything, okay? But when you're working with your glitter mixes, I just want to show you something to make sure that you do. So go through, prep your nail like you normally would. And then I would always come in with a little bit of our Speed Clear, okay? Before you apply any glitter, come in with that Speed Clear. Oops, I don't know what that little fuzzy was. But add that little bit of Speed Clear onto the nail before you put your glitters on there. So that way it's going to protect that nail. So when you change out your designs, when you change out your glitters, and you're using your e-file, you're just going to file down to that layer of clear, okay? You're not going to go any farther, and that way you're going to make sure that you're protecting that nail underneath. So you're not going to be filing or damaging that nail. But again, very, very thin. You can see I'm using it fairly wet, and I'm just kind of brushing that layer out, okay? So very, very thin, just enough to protect the nail when you change out. And this also will help. So if you got a little bit of extra chunkiness to that, that glitter mix, if you pick up your product, set that down, it's going to adhere a little bit better to that thin layer of clear. So you can see now it's actually adhering a lot better. Now I'm keeping my glitter application very thin. I don't want to build up all of the structure with the glitter mix because I want to put some clear over the top of this. So that way I'm not going to file out my glitter when I do my filing and shaping and customizing, okay? So let me pick up just a little tiny bit more. We'll drop that right at the end, blend that in. Ooh, come back on there. Okay, so we got our glitter on there. And then, all right. And then to cap it or encapsulate it, whatever you want to whatever term you want to use, we're going to come back with our speed clear, okay? And you're going to put a coat of that speed clear on there again to seal in that glitter to make sure that when we do file, it's not going to file all of that color off and file all of that glitter off. Now we do have a good amount of structure in this nail already, but you always want to make sure to build up the structure with your speed clear. Get that proper arch to the nail, get that apex, get the right thickness to support that nail. Now you can kind of see we've encapsulated that, so there's not going to be any glitters poking out or any glitter that we're going to file out, okay? All right. Okay, so that's kind of the process of applying the glitters, mixing the glitters, all that good stuff. Should we mix one more? What do you guys think? Do we want to mix another glitter? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. What do we think? Do we want to mix one more? Let's see. All right. I'm going to put my speed clear away. All right. One other thing that I want to show you guys, and this is something that I actually like to do when I'm in salon, is I have our little catch-all tray here. This is something that we had a while back. I'm not sure. I don't think that we still have this available, but they're just something that you can find again at your local craft store as well. So what I do like to do is I don't necessarily have glitters mixed with my acrylics and my gel. So we had our glitter mix here with our acrylic. We had our glitter mix here with our gel. I've run out of space in my salon. So I don't have all of these mixed with acrylic and gel. What I do have is just raw glitter mixes. So a lot of times what I'll do is, let me set this off to the side, is I will actually mix a glitter here, and then I will store it in my container here, and then I can just mix a little bit on my tile when I have a client coming in for gel, or I can mix a little bit with my powder, and just enough for that one client. So a lot of times what I'll do is using this little mixing tray, I'll mix in here and then store that one glitter, and I can use it for either client. So let's do one more glitter here. What kind of colors should I mix here? What else do we have? Let's see, we did green, we did that multicolor. What should I start with, you guys? Let me know in the chat. What color should I start with? Should I start with blue? Actually, you know what? Maybe let's start with blue, because we haven't used this one. I'm trying to see what other colors we haven't used yet. We haven't used Big White Lies. Let's see, we used 24 Hour Zen. We haven't used All Cash Offer, so let's stick with those. We did use Major Raindrops. We used Hot Beekeeper. Let's see, did we use Chunky Chunks, you guys? I don't remember. Did we use Chunky Chunks? Let me know. I can't remember. Okay, we did use Wedding Rumors. We used Bounce House. Did we use this one? Yes, we used Bad Television, and we used Learning Curve. Okay, I think we used all of those except these. So you know what? Let's start with this as our mix. So I'm gonna tuck those all off to the side here. So let's start with, which one was this? This was Brain Freeze. So we're going to start with a little bit of that. And then we had some big white lies. Got some of that there, maybe a little bit more of the big white lies. And let's go with all cash offer. A little bit of that. All right, maybe a lot of that. And let's add some chunky chunks. All right, so let's start with this. And then we can add as needed. But I'm just going to take that and we're just going to pour that right into our little mixing jar. Now some of these chunkier ones don't necessarily flow very well through that little nozzle there, but I'm just going to kind of help them along down into my mixing jar. And again, because I'm not adding any acrylic, I'm not adding any gel to this, I don't have to worry about putting it into the white jars. I can go ahead and use my clear jar here. Pour me another one. I can tell already this nail is going to be stunning. Yes, I really, you guys, I know if you've watched our videos before, you probably know that blues and greens and teals are my favorites. So I think this might be my favorite of the day. All right, we'll give that a shake up here and we'll take a look. Let's see where we're at. Oh, you guys, that's looking pretty. What do you think? Do we need to add something to it? What do you think? Do we need more chunkies? Do we need more solid color? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I feel like a funnel would work better. Maybe. Yeah, you guys, for some of these chunkier glitters, definitely a wider opening may be a little bit easier. But just having something that you can pour your glitter mixes into. Or you know what? You could even just start with them right in the jar, and that's totally fine too. Sometimes I like to mix them or kind of pre-mix them in the little tray here, just so I can kind of see. Ooh, slither glitter. Okay, slither glitter is gonna be one of these. So let's throw some bounce house in there. I see some purples. Can I add white? All right, so we got the slithers. Add a little more white with our, which one was this? Big white lies, or I think that was big white lies. And let's add a little bit more. Let's add some diamond dust because again, you guys, this is one of my favorites. So I add that to a lot of my glitter mixes. Look at how sparkly that one's gonna be. Let me show you this one, you guys. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Yep, you guys, diamond dust, definitely one of my favorites. Okay, let's pour this back into our jar here. See what it's gonna look like. And sometimes it's just fun to play with the glitter. I know, you guys, I'm a little goofy and I'm okay with it. But yes, glitter is just fun. And if you're not having fun with your glitter mixes, I'm not gonna say you're doing it wrong because you really can't do it wrong, but have fun with it, you guys. Have a good time. Mix things. Mix whatever you like. Oh, I'm seeing a few more people saying green. Okay, we'll add a little hint of green to that, and maybe a little bit more green. Pour me another one. I can't take it. Is it too glittery for you? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if it's too glittery for you. Sorry. I'm not sorry. You guys know, never too much glitter. Never too much glitter. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Top that off. We'll give it a quick shake. Oh, somebody's asking, isn't it hard to clean up? Well, you guys, you can see, maybe you can't see, I do have table towels on my table here, so I'm mixing right over those towels, and when I'm done mixing, I'll just fold up that towel and I'll toss the towel. So yes, I understand glitter, if you get it everywhere, it can definitely be a challenge to clean up, but I don't know. Personally, I think it's worth it. I like the sparkle in life. I'll stick with it. Let's see here. All right, what do we think about that one? Woohoo! All right, I actually really like this one. I feel like it's kind of on the softer side, but then we have a little bit bolder colors underneath. So yes, I absolutely love it. Let's see. A pinch of salmon color. Ooh, that might be kind of pretty actually. Ooh, I like that idea. Unfortunately, I don't have a salmon color out in front of me today, but you know what? All right, I'm gonna do this And you know how I was showing you guys with the gel, if you think maybe you want to try something, but you're not sure, you kind of like what's going on in the jar already, but maybe you want to add a little something to it. I'm going to leave a little bit of that mix in my my little funnel here. Let me add a little bit of the major raindrops. Let's add just a little bit of that and see what happens. So this way, if I decide, well, I like this mix better than by adding the extra into it, then I already have my mix here and I haven't quote unquote contaminated it with the other color, but I can see if I'm gonna like it just by mixing a little bit in here. I'm just kind of sift that together a little bit. Oh yeah, I do like that little extra addition. So I'm gonna pour that in, give a little tap, get all that glitter down in there, those last little bits, and then let's add just a little bit more of our major raindrops. All right, let's give that a quick shake here. And again, those of you guys that have joined us recently, all of these glitters that I'm working with today are a bundle deal. We're having a sale starting on Sunday. Starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and all of these glitters are going to be together in a bundle, so you can get all of them as a kit, and you can mix all of your own glitters, customize them however you like, and you can make these gorgeous colors as well. I'm going to add just a little bit more. We're going to top that off again. And I think that one is good. So now, when my clients come in, if they see this color and they like it, if they have acrylic on their nails, I can use it with acrylic. I can mix it in with the acrylic powder. If they have gels on, I can mix it in with my gel. So one last quick little demo here, because I know there's a lot of people that are recently joining us. I'm going to do one more quick little glitter mix with you guys so that you can see how to mix it with your gel and how to mix it with your acrylic. So again, if we take our clear jars, we can pour in our speed clear, and this is how I would mix it for my client. Now, let me give you one other little trick here. Grab one other thing here. Sometimes if I know just one client is going to want this, I don't necessarily have to use my whole big 1 ounce jar. I can use a small dappen dish. And same thing, I'm going to fill it about 2/3 of the way to the top. And then we can add our glitter into this. Now this can get a little tricky, so I'm going to see if I can find my cuticle pusher scoop and just kind of make sure to mix this up. You guys, sometimes those chunkier glitters will sit up on the top, so make sure that when you do mix, sometimes I'll just kind of give it a little bit of a tap so some of those finer glitters come up to the top, and that way you can get all of those different colors. So I'm going to just take a couple of scoops of this into my smaller dappen dish here, and then I can mix that just in here. So again, I have the rest of this ready to go for my other clients, but I'm going to use just this for my one client that I'm working on. Okay. So again, we got that mixed up, and then I would bring in my monomer, and I can pick up a pearl of this glitter mix. Okay, let's see what that's going to look like on our nail here. Drop that down. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is really pretty. It's kind of subtle, but I really like it. It's got a lot of glow to it. I got a little chunky on the edge here, but really, really pretty, you guys. Great job. Guys, you guys mixed this one. You did all the work on this one. I was just I don't know what I was. I was just mixing. You guys were doing all the hard work for me. So great job, everybody. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Congratulate yourself with glitter. It's always a good present. It's a beautiful combination, you guys. Great job. I love it. I love it. And then again, if we were going to be working on a client that was having gel on her nails, I could just take a little bit of I'm using Build Pink on this one. Pop that onto my mixing tile. And I'm going to grab, let me come in here just a little bit more. I'm going to grab my spatula. And where did I lose the glitter? Oh, there it is. And then same thing. I'm going to scoop out a little bit of that right over the top. And then I can just come in, press that down into my gel, and then start to smear that all together. So again, a really easy way to use that same glitter mix, whether you're working on acrylics, whether you're working on hard gels, either way you're going to be able to custom mix those colors. Okay. Now, something that I like to do is, let me grab one more little dapping dish here. Well, I guess you guys, I don't have an extra dapping dish, so I'm going to show you what I usually do. So if I'm working on a client and this was the mix that we used and I'm not going to use it anymore on her, I'm all done with that. I also have kind of a catch-all jar. I will pour all of my glitter mixes in there, and then when I'm all done, it's a whole nother mix. So say I used that mix on one client and maybe I used this glitter mix. Let's just pretend that I had this one in our jar over here and I had used this one on my client later in the day. So again, I'm going to take that one and I can pour that one into my catch-all jar. Okay, you guys, give this a shake. This is actually a really fun, a lot of times it's going to be all kinds of different crazy colors, all kinds of different things in there, but it's going to look really pretty either way. So this is, like I said, this is my catch-all jar. So at the end of my day, everything goes in here and then it's a whole new look. So that is going to combine all of those different colors. And oh my gosh, you guys, camera doesn't do this justice at all. This is so incredibly beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, you guys, I think I have made a thorough mess of glitter here, which is not a bad thing. Glitter messes are fantastic and I love it. So hopefully you guys had some fun today. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing some glitter mixes. And again, you guys, this whole entire bundle of glitters is all going to be available on our website on Sunday, starting at 9 a.m. All of these different colors, you can get them all together and create your own beautiful glitter mixes. So you guys have fun mixing your glitters. If you enjoyed today's live stream, if you had fun mixing glitters with me, please hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps our channel so that we are able to get you guys more education and bring you more fun glitter mixes. So you guys, thank you so much. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.